Welcome to the NBA Coast to Coast podcast, brought to you by thelines.com. Coming to you from the West Coast, Josh Lander, joined by Nate Weitzer. He's on the East Coast, and we are looking at the three games that we have here on Thursday night in the NBA playoffs. We are looking at the third game of the night. The Clippers and the Nuggets are headed back to to LA in this one as well. I know what I'm talking about, I promise. So we're going to be taking a look at the insights and matchup data here you need to make those best bets on Thursday in this one. Definitely make sure to subscribe to that channel as well. Got a couple other episodes up for you for both of the other games, and we're bringing you an episode per game here in the playoffs as we move forward. So continue to follow along and subscribe to that channel. And then the last thing I will remind you guys about as well, in the description of the video, we've got the link to the email newsletter. Make sure you guys are checking that out. We are going to have some NFL draft stuff here for you on a Thursday newsletter this week. So going to come out one day early, but if you do check out the link in the description, you'll have access to all that stuff, including the bonus parlay bet that Nate and I are putting together in the NBA here. So Nate, let's go ahead and jump right into your first look for the Claw versus the Joker.
Yeah, I mean, we expected this to be a hard-fought series. It has been. And so either team to win by 5 or less, I've seen at plus 195, and 7 or less, even safer, at plus 125. Like, I was originally thinking like Nuggets plus 5, but like, honestly, I don't think there's any chance of the Nuggets blowing them out. So like, we might as well get the Clippers plus 5 too. Like, and I expect another close finish. There's just not much separating these teams while they have different styles. Like, styles make fights. I mean, there are some similarities in terms of an absolute machine leading their offense on both sides. Had a bit of a blip in game one from Kawhi, had a bit of a blip from Jokic in game two, but we still even out because then there's like the weaknesses to probe. There's, Chris Dunn not being a shooter. There's the Westbrook experience. There's, guys who can defend and not necessarily create, and like Aaron Gordon. And it's just, there's a lot of strategy points to push here. Basically Jokic coaching against Ty Lue while he's on the floor out there. And I just don't think that you're going to blow out this Nuggets team with Jokic out there. I mean, the pace is going to be slow, even though we go back to LA. That's how they like to play, right? I mean, they don't necessarily look to blow you out, and to score 120, they probably don't want to beat much more than like a 105 ish game, and just try to win those possessions at the end. And so I expect it to be pretty similar to games 1 and 2 in terms of how it finishes.
Yeah, it adds up. I don't know. I called the Rockets Warriors the best game, the best series. This one is right up there. Might be better. I'm going to stop using hyperboles, but I think that just speaks to this continuing to be close, man, and like trusting both. Like, I trust Kawhi just as much as I trust Joker down the stretch in the fourth. So yeah, I don't know that either team is going to pull away. This is just going to be an awesome series, dude. So let's enjoy. But let's also take the Claw, because like, he's not a 25 and a half a night guy in the playoffs. He's actually closer to like 28 a night in the playoffs when he actually is out there for the normal amount of minutes. So look, he put on a clinic. I was actually waiting for game 3 to bet on him. I thought there was a good chance he came back with a bit of a vengeance in game 2, but was still under the impression maybe James Harden, game 2 James Harden ain't that bad. Game 1 James Harden is awesome. Game 2 James Harden is pretty good. Games 3 through 7, not good for James Harden. So I was waiting for that one, although he does get that little spike in game 6 just to tease everybody before he craps the bed in game 7. But more importantly about Kawhi, like the matchup, we are going to see Aaron Gordon continue to be on him. I have no negative things to say about Aaron Gordon's defense, but like, this is Kawhi. This is the Kawhi, man, because the thing about Kawhi that you look at, obviously it's the mid-range, but he sets that mid-range up with the fact that when he gets within 6 feet, his arm can reach the rim before you're ready to get your hands up to block it. That's what I see when he goes up against Ego, who's got the fastest rocket springs of most big men you'll ever see. A dunk contest runner-up consistently because he got robbed a million times. So this is a dude that he still can't even gather himself to jump and get in the way of Kawhi's shots as he's driving. Kawhi increased his drives in this last game so that he could be good. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. Like, he went from having like 4 or 5 drives in the last game to now having 13 in this in game 2. So game 1, poor. Game 2, a lot of drives, a lot of attacking, and then just owned the mid-range as well. As we know, was hot, I will say. Like, he ran a bit hot on the field goal percentage, but they're not bringing doubles. They continue to sort of let him do his thing, and they find him in really good space, in part because they can't leave James Harden, right? And James is, I don't know if Christian Brown should be the one guarding him. I'll put it that way. And they definitely liked the minutes that they could get CB off of him and get either Peyton Watson or Russ out there, but then they miss the transition for CB. So I do like the Clips in this series in general, and I think Kawhi is going to be huge, right, in making sure that they win this game 3 here.
Yeah, I mean, not a big limb here going off the guy with the most efficient playoff performance, second most efficient, I believe, in playoff history. At coming, so yeah, he'd probably keep that thing rolling. Doesn't matter how much you are in his face, Aaron Gordon. Like he's going to score. And I like Jokic just as much. I mean, 26 and a half points. I was like pretty shocked to see that there's not like that there's a dip happening here when he scored 26 last time and missed 2 free throws at the end. The only reason he went under this. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, only 28% usage in the series is down from in recent years, I suppose. But I mean, still his usual 112 freaking touches is per game in the first two, and scoring a lot more on the elbow and post up touches he's gotten. We're talking like 0.65 points per those touches. We were like 0.5, 0.45 last playoffs because, I mean, in part because he's playing like the double big Wolves lineups for 7 games in there, and he still averaged 29 a game. I mean, there were much bigger ups and downs against those lineups, and Zoo, while he does well against Jokic defending him, like he doesn't consistently hold him below this total. If he wants to score, he's gonna score. Zoo also got up to 5 fouls last game, and if he has any sort of trouble, has to sit. Like he basically has to mirror Jokic, or the Clippers are in big trouble. And he has insane numbers after a loss this season during the regular season. Jokic, I mean, a lot of his 50, 60 point games came after the Nuggets lost, and he was just like, I'm going to take this into my own hands here. It's been a lot of 2-man game with him and Murray all series so far, and I think that just continues as he pushes the issue.
Yeah, for sure. Love Zoo. Totally. And I see everything that you're saying here in terms of like the inability to just sort of get what he wants. Like I should say I love an under for Zoo. Like, and I do love Zubac's game, but I do see where you're coming from in this one in terms of, this. It's not necessarily like Jokic is just gonna go ahead and like stop him. I don't want to put it in that sense. But I do think that especially with the usage with Kawhi, like, and if we're expecting Kawhi to keep shooting, then Zoo's gonna have to clean stuff up, and this ain't the matchup to get offensive rebounds and putbacks, right? Not when you're the one matched up with Jokic like that so much as well. So I'm gonna close it out here with Aaron Gordon, and just go back to the boards, man. We're at 5.5. He's still basically a 6.5 board per game guy when he's out there, or at least I should say per 36, and that's where he's going to be at. He's a 37, 38 minute night guy in the offs here. So we're going to feel good about his per 36 numbers at 6.6. It's not like it's an amazing matchup versus Kawhi, but he's running pretty hot. And I shouldn't say pretty hot. He's running pretty normal when it comes to the rebound chances and the rebounds. He's still at about 55, almost 60% of the rebound chances turning into boards, but still seeing a lot of James Harden on him, and that's still leading to offensive board chances as well, which is why I keep not even being afraid that the Kawhi matchup isn't great for him for getting boards at times. But at the same time, like when Kawhi is taking the mid range, he's still in a good position to get the short shot that goes short and off the front rim back to him. So there's at least that. Like, I don't mind guys getting boards off of guys shooting from the wing, guys shooting from the mid range. It's the guys who are shooting from 32 feet away where you're like, I'm not going to take someone to get boards when they're guarding Steph Curry, who's shooting from 33, and you've got to hope that it goes all the way off the back rim back out to where you're standing. But if you're talking about a guy guarding like Chris Middleton, Tobias Harris, I just think of all these mid-range shooters where I'm like, yeah, I'm happy to take rebounds against those guys. And that's what I see as the case here for Ego with Kawhi is it seems like it's not a smart play to take a guy who's guarding the shot taker so much, but it hasn't been an issue for him, and he has continued to get really good numbers against this team. So it's one of these things, man, too, where we're in the playoffs. I played this exact same thing last game. It cashed. Maybe the rebound chances don't thrill you for him to get 6 when he only had 9 chances last game. A little bit scary, but I think I could make the argument that the 9 is an anomaly as much as him getting 66.6% of his boards, right? So like it's the offs. So if you get the number that you like and there's no reason in the matchup to tell you that you shouldn't be taking this, then you got to go back to it each time and just be that consistent about it. Like I like to be at the roulette table. I'm gonna hit black every time. I'm not switching back over to red. I'm just gonna stay here.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about Gordon under, but only for the points and assists. I do like his rebound opportunities in this matchup, so I'm agree with you there. But yeah, I don't think there's going to be as much scoring for guys outside of Jokic and Murray going forward. I think they're gonna be forced to run that 2-man game like we've seen in years past.
Yeah, we haven't even mentioned the name Jamal Murray as we've talked about this series, and he's having a good one. So if you want to keep going back to the 20 plus, he's still going to be in a decent spot to get his points and assists. He's just so freaking involved that obviously that's going to be the case. So that is all the time we have for you though in this one. Definitely make sure to subscribe to that channel. Check out the other 2 episodes that are up for you guys for Thursday's action. And until we see you next, happy betting.